If you're nearing retirement, there's one question I can almost guarantee has crossed your mind. When should I take Social Security? It's one of the most important decisions you'll make in retirement and one of the most misunderstood. Because while the math might look simple on paper, the real answer of when to take Social Security depends far more on just what the biggest monthly benefit is. While the math shows how much lifetime income you'll receive, that's important, but equally as important is your health, your tax situation, your other income sources, and even your spouse's benefit. Getting this decision right could improve peace of mind, it can improve your tax situation, and it can impact your Social Security benefit and portfolio by hundreds of thousands of dollars over the course of your lifetime. So today I'm going to break it down, the factors you need to consider when making the best personal decision for you. I'm Mike Colopy, a founding partner and wealth advisor at Veracity Capital. We're a wealth management firm in Atlanta. I help clients simplify their wealth strategies so they can retire with clarity, confidence, and purpose. And the question of when to claim Social Security is one of those areas where clarity really matters. Because it's not just about maximizing a number on the paper, it's about optimizing your income, your taxes, and your long-term plan. And if you'd like to see how your specific Social Security timing fits into your broader retirement plan, you can book a time with me using the link below. Let's start with the foundation, looking at the math in a few terms. Social Security benefits are determined based on 35 years of your top earnings, and it's indexed for inflation. So the Social Security Administration looks at the average indexed monthly earnings, and using that, they calculate your benefit amount or the primary insurance amount. For many people watching this video, your full retirement age, which is another term I'll use a lot in this video, is 67. That's common age. It could be a little bit earlier. And that full retirement age is when you'll receive 100% of your Social Security benefit. Now, common knowledge is that the longer you wait to claim Social Security, the larger your monthly benefit will be, up to a certain point at age 70. Let's break this down. If you claim Social Security at age 62, your benefit will be permanently reduced by about 25 to 30% relative to what you would get at your full retirement age. And if, on the other side, you delay taking your benefit all the way until age 70, you get what's called delayed retirement credits, which increase your benefit by 8% per year up to the age of 70. So someone whose full retirement age is 67 and their full retirement benefit is $3,000 a month, right? If they claim early at age 62, their benefit would be about $2,100 a month. If they delay and wait till age 70, their benefit is about $3,700 a month. That's a 77% increase in monthly income. And while it's compelling to wait and stretch for the extra income, really, that's just one factor towards deciding the right time to take Social Security. Continuing with the math behind Social Security, let's talk about the break-even analysis. As we just went through, if you claim your benefits early at age 62, you start getting checks sooner, but they're smaller. If you wait to age 70, you'll have larger checks from Social Security, but fewer checks because you started much later in life. So what's the point where waiting starts to pay off? For most people, the break-even age, the point where your total lifetime benefits are roughly equal, whether you took it at 62 or 70, that break-even age is normally 78 to 82. And this really means if you live well beyond the age of 80, waiting typically produces a better total lifetime income from Social Security. If you pass away younger in your early 70s, then it would have made most sense to claim Social Security at age 62, the soonest point you could have. But here's an important consideration. If you're married, your decision impacts both you and your spouse. Delaying your benefits increase not only your own payout, but it can also increase the survivor benefit your spouse would receive if you pass away first. This is a good segue into two brief points on the spousal benefit. Point number one, married couples can receive their own Social Security or half of their spouse's benefit, whichever is greater. So if one spouse is the primary earner and the other spouse was a homemaker, the homemaker, even though they hadn't paid Social Security taxes, would receive half of the earnings or half of the benefit from their spouse that did participate and pay into Social Security. So for example, if the primary earner had a full retirement age benefit of $4,000 per month, their homemaking spouse who hadn't paid Social Security taxes would still be entitled to $2,000 a month, 50% of the full retirement age benefit. Now, point number two, if a spouse passes away, the surviving spouse can receive a stepped up benefit. This second point is very important when it comes to Social Security timing. It's helpful to know the break-even point, but it's even more helpful to understand how your spouse will be impacted. Now, the next section, let's talk about taxes. I'll break this down into 2 points. Point number one on taxes, first, Social Security isn't taxed the same way as other income. Up to 85% of your benefit can be taxable. The IRS uses something called provisional income to determine how much of your Social Security is taxable. They look at half of your Social Security benefits, and they also add in other taxable income like pensions, wages, IRA withdrawals, investment interest, things like this. If your provisional income exceeds a certain threshold, this year in 2025, the threshold is $25,000 for single filers or $32,000 for married couples. And if your income exceeds those thresholds, a portion of your Social Security will be taxable. Point number two on taxes. If you claim before your full retirement age while you're working, it could reduce your benefit. Let me break that down. For the year 2025, if you earn more than $22,320, you're claiming Social Security benefits and you're not yet at full retirement age. Any amount you make above that $22,320 will impact your Social Security benefit. There is a withholding of $1 for every $2 you earn above that limit. This is even true when you're in the year of your full retirement age, but haven't yet hit your full retirement age. So it's very important to consider whether or not to turn on Social Security if you're working and not yet at your full retirement age. So let's wrap up taxes with 2 quick points. 1, Social Security benefits can be taxable and often are. 2, it rarely makes sense to claim Social Security before your full retirement age while you're working unless you really need the income or understand how the earnings test works. In short, the tax-smart age to claim Social Security might look very different from the highest payment age to claim Social Security. Now, moving on to the next topic that's a strong consideration, it's health and family history. If you have a long family history of longevity, your parents, your grandparents lived well into their 90s, then it could make sense to delay starting your benefit. Wait till you're 70 or closer to 70, because the odds are if you're healthy and you have longevity on your side, you may be able to collect that benefit for many years to come. But on the flip side, if you don't have longevity on your side, you're facing health issues, you may be more likely to start the benefit earlier and reap the benefits sooner than later. There's no universal right age. It's more about matching your claiming strategy to your life expectancy, your lifestyle, and the other financial factors we're discussing. Think of it like this. Would you rather have more income earlier while you're traveling, exploring, living actively? Or would you rather maximize your long-term monthly income and stability for later in life? There's no wrong answer, just trade-offs, and knowing those trade-offs is what helps you make a confident, informed decision. Now, looking at the big picture, Social Security was never meant to be your only source of income. It was designed to replace roughly 30 to 40% of your pre-retirement earnings. The rest should come from your savings, investments, pensions, and other income sources. So when clients ask, should I take Social Security at 62 or should I wait till 70? I would ask a question in return. what does the rest of your income plan look like and your goals? Because for some people, taking Social Security actually helps them preserve their investment assets longer. For others, delaying Social Security benefits allows them to reduce taxable withdrawals during their 60s, creating a lower lifetime tax bill and protecting their spouse's income should they pass away. Here's a simple example. Let's say you're 62 with $2 million in retirement savings and no debt. If you take Social Security now at $2,100 per month, you'll reduce the withdrawals from your portfolio. This gives your portfolio time to grow and compound. The opposing view is if you can afford to wait for a larger benefit, maybe drawing from taxable accounts or doing Roth conversions in the meantime, you not only get a higher benefit later, but you can potentially also reduce your future taxes, your future tax situation. That's why Social Security decisions, again, shouldn't be made in isolation. It's part of an integrated retirement income strategy, one that balances cash flows, taxes, and longevity. Let's cover the concluding thoughts. These are the factors to consider. 1, do you need the income from Social Security? And can you even afford to wait, right? Some people don't have the opportunity to think about tax strategies and investments in their portfolio. They just need the money. They need to turn on Social Security as soon as they can. Factor number 2, are you working and under the age for full retirement age? Are you under the age of 67 and working? If so, it may make sense to delay and wait until you're fully retired or have hit your full retirement age. Factor number 3, will your spouse depend on this income? This might lead you to wait longer to claim your benefits. Number 4, the math. We looked at the break even, we looked at the monthly income, right? While there is a break even where it makes sense to wait, keep in mind that your other assets are impacted. If you wait to draw Social Security until you're 70, you'll need to draw that income from elsewhere. And the reality is that elsewhere will not grow and compound as well as it would have if you started Social Security sooner. So while waiting to claim Social Security will lead to greater lifetime Social Security benefits, if you live well into your 80s, it will have been a detriment to your investment portfolio. Number 5, income needs, other income sources, the account types you have, whether it's a taxable brokerage, a Roth, a 401k, right? Longevity, financial goals, these all play a role. So what's the best age to claim Social Security? There's no one size fits all. The key is not to guess, but it's to plan. And again, if you'd like help figuring out when to claim Social Security based on your exact numbers, book a time with me. I'd love to talk to you. We'll run through your benefit estimates, the break-even analysis, and we'll build a plan that fits your income needs. Either way, I hope you found value and perspective in this video.